This video is brought to you by Practical Music Theory for the Rock Guitarist, my new book, which is a comprehensive guide to all aspects of music theory necessary for playing rock guitar. From blues to the cycle of fifths, from understanding and using modes to choosing the right notes for a melodic solo, from pentatonic scales to chord construction and keys. It's all covered in a clear and concise manner. With accompanying video demonstrations, jam tracks and tabs, you'll learn to use the knowledge you gain in accessible ways that make sense for less than the cost of a few guitar lessons. Check out the link in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. That was me having a little bit of a go at the Jimmy McCulloch guitar solo from the live version of Paul McCartney's Maybe I'm Amazed. It comes from, I think, is it the Wings Over America live album. And, well, the reason why I thought I'd have a go at that solo today is because I saw fantastic Rick Beato video. If you've not seen it, I'll put a link to it in the description, where Rick is basically breaking down the song and explaining the theory behind it and everything. And it's one of those songs I kind of knew, I was aware of it, but I'd never really actually, listened properly to it, until I saw that video. And the guitar solo was just, oh yes, that's my kind of guitar playing, really, melodic, absolutely fits the song beautifully, and is just, a great solo. I thought I'd take a look at. What more can I tell you? It's not an improvised solo, obviously, because if you listen to the original version of it, I think it's from the original McCartney album before Wings were even a thing. It sticks pretty closely to that original version, which was played by Paul, because he played all of the instruments on that album. And what Jimmy did was just take the seed of an idea that Paul had done and embellished it, I think, absolutely masterfully and beautifully. So, anyway, let's take a look at what's going on in the solo.
Solo explanation.
As always, we shall begin by looking at the chord sequence the solo is played over. It goes like this. So there's a lot going on there in terms of key changes and subtle shifts in tonality. So you can't really think in terms of what scale is going to fit over all of that. What you do is you think in terms of individual chords and strong notes to land on over those chords. So, for example, when we hit the B flat chord at the beginning. What notes are in a B flat chord? Well, it's B flat, D, and F. Those are the three notes in a B flat chord, root, third, and fifth. And the initial phrase is made up of the kind of mainly the third and the fifth, the D note there and the F note there. So you get that, okay? Then we go to the F chord. What notes are in an F chord? You've got F, A, and C. And we're going like that. So bending the G up to the A, that's the third of the chord. Coming down to the F note there and pulling off from the D to the C. So this note, and this note in that part of the lick are all, notes from the chord. They are the 3 notes of the chord. So that whole kind of first part of it goes together to go like that. Then we have a C chord coming next, so we land on the major third of that C chord. Like that. There's the E note, major third of the C chord, and then we drop down to the D note, which is the 5th of the G chord. So altogether that goes and then for the remainder of that bar there, where we're still kind of playing over the G chord, just a little G major pentatonic kind of thing like that. Then we sort of repeat that, basically the same, just with, we then land in that bar where there's just the C chord, and then there's that chromatic piano run at the end, taking us back to the B flat chord there. And all we do over that C chord before that run is just hang on the major third of the chord, and you can either think of this as a wide form of vibrato, or you can think about it going E, F, like this, like that. It feels, when you're playing it, like a form of vibrato anyway. And basically we just do a variation on the same thing again. Pretty much the same idea that we began with. But then we take this kind of motif and kind of run it through the different chords. So the next chord we're going to go to, our next pair of chords, is the F chord, a B flat chord going to an F over A. There's the main note there, that's the major third of the B flat. There's the 5th of the F chord. Then what we got now, we've got we've got an A flat going to an E flat over G. That C is the major third of the A flat chord, and that B flat there is the 5th of the E flat chord that we've gone to. We then hit the C major chord, full bar of that, the big climactic moment of the solo, and we just play essentially a C major pentatonic run. Like that. So I'll do that again because I clipped the wrong string there. Something like that anyway, but basically just going up that C major pentatonic. So it's a great solo for, kind of getting into the playing into the chord changes and playing into the actual chord tones. And I think it's it's an accessible way of getting into that. There are lots of solos that do this kind of targeted chord note sort of stuff, but quite often there's a little bit more virtuosity. Not that this isn't a virtuoso solo, but there's a higher level of technique required sometimes to play solos like that. I mean, Hotel California springs to mind. This is I would say a much easier solo to learn if you're new to this way of playing, and it's still a way into that. It makes you think about what notes are where on the fretboard and how they relate to the chords you're playing over, and maybe come up with some ideas for your own solos that do the same kind of thing. So there you go. That's what's going on in the solo. Now you know what to do. Go away and have some fun with it. And as always, you'll find a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing the solo, that explanation you've just seen there, and a backing track to play along with yourself. That's all up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description. As I'm sure you know by now, it's $3 or about £3 a month, and you get access to all of these additional goodies that go along with these YouTube videos. And a massive, massive thank you to everyone who supports me in that, or any of the other ways, all of which are downstairs in the description. And that's pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video and found it entertaining and informative in some small way. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. Why not drop me a like as well while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time. We just have a beer and talk about stuff guitar and music related usually, but it can go anywhere and often does. It's a great way to kick off the weekend, whatever we're talking about, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.